Hello students, welcome back to the very new session and new chapter of history, chapter 6 of history, that's crafts and industries. So here we will learn many things new about industries, how industries was set up in India and what were the crafts work, what India faced problem, what was the export and import to the Indians and what Indians were exporting to the other countries. So here let's begin. Here just I am giving you a brief introduction that before the British rule, India was self-sufficient in textile and cotton products, but during the British rule, India fell down the position of importing clothes from England. Now, as I have already told you that India was having all kind of spices and many textile industries related to cotton, silk and everything, and these were at that time these were having so much of prices, we can say they were very rich in price, and India was actually exporting these things to the England. Alright, they were importing as well as exporting to the England. So the British rule started from there because East India Company came to India to just to not to ruled up, they came for the trading. Okay, so East India Company came here to trading, but they got themselves settled here because they got so many things that were actually related to the India and for the benefits of themselves. The drain theory of Dadabhai Naoroji. Now, Dadabhai Naoroji was the first to acknowledge that the poverty of the Indian people was due to British exploitation of India's resources and the drain of India's wealth to Britain. Now, here I'll discuss the drain theory that Dadabhai Naoroji who has discussed about it, and that was the drain theory was an indication of the nationalist leaders' comprehensive understanding of the colonial situation. Okay, I have explained you this word colonial, that colonial means, and colonial came up from the word colony. So Britishers just make their colonies, like they have made some rules, but that was not again that were not for them, that were only for the Indians. So if any rules and regulations have been passed, that should be for each and everyone, but the Britishers made that colonial rule only for the Indians. The benefits rules for them, but the advantages were for them and the drawbacks were facing by the Indians. Industrialization of India. So the process of disruption of traditional Indian crafts and decline in national income has been referred to as a deindustrialization of the Indian economy. Now, Indian crafts before the introduction of modern methods were produced in two ways. Number one, the village artisans such as weavers of coarse cloth, carpenters, and smiths produced articles for domestic purposes. And number two, the specialized craftsmen in towns produce utility and luxury goods both for the domestic and international market. Trade with Europe. Trade with European nations in the 17th century was heavily balanced in favor of India as she exported large quantities of fine cotton and silk fabric, spices, indigo, etc. In exchange, India received gold and silver. Now, India was having too much of spices, fabrics, silver, cotton, indigo, and India was exporting these things, and what were importing to them in exchange of gold and silver. So India was demanding actually gold and silver in exporting them in change of that. Now, India's transition to exporter of raw material. Now, during the period 1757 to 1813, the East India Company's objective was to buy maximum quantity of Indian manufactured goods at the cheapest possible price so that the sustainable profit could be made by selling these goods in Britain and other European countries. The reckless attempted to increase their purchases while forcing down the price adversely affected the traditional Indian export industry, especially the cotton textile industry. So the industries which was actually in favor of India was the cotton textile industry, from which India was actually having so much of income. Okay, so the textile industries was playing the major role in India's economy. Modern industries in India, the second half of the 19th century saw the emergence of few modern industries in India. These were mostly owned and controlled by British companies. A few were owned by Indians, but they failed to develop without support from the government. Industrialization on a large scale, however, occurred only after India's independence. During the late 19th century, the industries that came up included either plantation or machine industry. Here I am discussing the impact of the colonial policies. Number one, despite the progress made by the Indian industries, the pace at which they grew till independence was extremely slow. Number two, the industries were few in number and could beyond only in some areas. Number three, the British followed economic policies that did not serve the Indian interest and made deliberate attempts to keep Indian industries in a subordinate position. Number four, there was continuous opposition to India's drain of wealth and the failure of the British government in developing Indian resources and protecting its indigenous industries. And number five, it was after India's independence that concentrated efforts were made of plain and develop her industries. So here I am just telling you all that the industries and the crafts work placed a very important and major role, not in India, everywhere. And you can say like there are some kind of states like Rajasthan, there is Gujarat, and some Jammu Kashmir. There are these states where Himachal Pradesh, where still there are handicrafts work which is made, and this go on. Like Gujarat, they have some bandhej work. Rajasthan mein they have sort of works like the seep work and all. Then you can go in Jammu and Kashmir, they have shawls and all that is handmade. So still the crafts and industries are going on with those things, and India is exporting to all over the world. So here I am just telling you all and ending my this chapter and the topic as well. I hope the things must be clear to you all. Okay, so take care and be safe. Thank you so much, students. Kindly keep away you from all the diseases and stay safe, stay healthy, be at home.